Hey guys, welcome back to New World Carpentry Solutions. And I've already done all the prep work to get these set up so I can go right into the glue up. How I have it set up now is that all I have to do is apply glue to all these boards and then fold them up. And each board, if you guys are looking right here at the end, we have horizontal grain, vertical grain, horizontal grain, vertical grain, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. So I have it all laid out where I want it. I have the tops and bottom. Like, I think I decided that the ones that, since I didn't go through and rip off all the round edges, I wanted to make sure that I had a flat rip table saw face facing down on all the boards. So I flipped them around, kind of went in for end and got them all situated. The one thing I do want to make sure when I do this is that I get them all about as flush as possible. So again, I waste as little material as possible. And then I have it slid down this way enough that none of the glue squeeze out ends up on my table saw. Everything looks good where it is now. I was a little nervous and I was going to do this in two separate glue ups, but considering that all this material is the same thickness, I think I can actually do it this way and get away just fine, especially with this glue applicator that has that rolling attachment. I think it'll make it a lot easier to spread glue on such a large surface. So let's give it a shot. My 30 minutes starts now. And now that I'm into the glue spreading process, I'm actually debating would it have been better to go board for board and flip it up as I went, or is it better to kind of just work my way all the way down the piece as I spread this glue? The one thing that is crucial though is that every board down its entire length has a decent amount of glue coverage. I don't want any voids or anything. I wouldn't want my workbench to delaminate. And now the cauls that I'm using, they're nothing really special. Just a piece of wood with blue tape on it. I will say, I wish I had spacers and everything else to actually raise up my glue up off the bench just a little bit, so that way I can get a wider caul at the bottom. Because that thin caul very well may flex, but I'm just using this for like a guide, just something to kind of help keep this stuff straight. I do plan again to run everything through the planer sled. Yeah, that's now. That is everything in clamps. Now I'm just going to add a few more. Pressure, but how tight I put them, I'm not over tightening any of the clamps. I don't want to squeeze out all the glue that's inside the joint. My goal though is to make sure that there's not such a large span where the clamping pressure isn't radiating to like these first outer boards. Because they're so thin, clamping pressure again radiates at like a 45-degree angle outward. So in theory, this small section right here isn't getting the most clamping pressure because it's the very next board past the clamp, and the clamping pressure is only radiating out this way. So this end right here isn't getting good clamping pressure. So by adding more clamps, alternating top and bottom, that's going to make for a really solid top for our workbench. So I think that's about it for this video. I'm going to let this dry. Actually, I'll sign out after we pull it out of clamps. Maybe. I might end up being in the morning before I head to go get the material for the cabinets. It is currently 2:45. We have the top into clamps. We have all the other material ripped and planed in the back of the garage. So tomorrow morning I can get this out of clamps, put this back there with the rest of that stuff, and then start building cabinets for a built-in bookshelf. And then I can transfer kind of after work hours to get back on getting this done. So this is going to be like one of the last things I need to get built to kind of help solidify the shop, be a full-fledged shop. One will give me another flat surface that'll be inside the shop at all times. The mobile workbench kind of goes in and out. So this will be a nice secondary flat surface in here. That way everything's not always going on top of the miter saw. But yeah, this is going to be good. It's going to be nice and hefty too. Hey guys, we're about to continue on with these glue ups. I decided that I am going to do full joinery, I think, for this build. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and glue the legs up completely. Any cutting or routing, instead of doing like a complete layered construction and kind of using screws and stuff, I want the legs to be completely solid, glued together. I probably still will add screws on the back side. But I guess I probably don't need to clamp them. But anyway, we're still going to go through the glue up and clamp process. Alright, now we're ready to start this glue up. So I'm going to glue up all the legs, probably glue up all the stretchers before I cut them down to like 2 foot, and do all the short ones anyway. Those are all going to be doubled up. So yeah, I'm going to go through all these glue ups, get everything attached. That way I can come back and actually like plan out all the joinery and everything else that has to happen. If you guys have enjoyed, let me know down in the comments. Leave me a like and subscribe. Follow all of my other social media, being TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And yeah, if you guys have enjoyed, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.